way it sounds. AFC South champions, #1 seed, home field advantage throughout. We got the first round bye, and the King is back. Man, he gets an extra week of rest, which gives him 11 weeks on a Jones fracture after surgery. Man, his production is supposed to be at top notch. He looks great in practice, running and cutting on that foot already. We just definitely want to be precautious because if we can ride him the whole way, you know we have a chance this year. The defense is playing out of their mind. I mean, I would call that game against the Texans a trap game. Definitely is any division game late in the season like that. They're playing at the highest motivation that they can play, especially those that don't want to be there, like Zach Cunningham or Brandon Cooks, who said he openly said he did not want to be there and did not finish the game. I mean, it's crazy to see like how well that they played up to when they play us as well. Like usually Jacksonville is the team that historically has played, no matter how good or bad they've been, has played up to the Tennessee Titans, especially or the Colts, minus that 1 year Peyton Manning was not there. But yeah, Houston, they've laid down on some definite games this year, but turned around and like there's some fiery blood between them and the Titans. During the game, they've definitely said there's a lot of former Texans on the Titans organization. So I mean, I see that it's going to continue to come through next year, especially if we are able to gap some steam into the playoffs. Like it's going to just only put a bigger target on their back. But hey, come on if you're coming, right? Oh man, again, the defense is legit. I just don't like the way that Molden was covering Amendola in that game. I definitely thought that Amendola had his way against Molden, especially in the slot, running routes past him. It just did not look good. Usually we would have Dane Cruikshank coming in more of our dime packages, but I think Brevin Jordan was mostly used still as their tight end in those packages, and he's more of a wide receiver than a tight end, especially when he runs his routes. So I can see how they use Molden more, but he ended up getting matched up with Amendola, who's a more crafty veteran. On that pick play, I think that there was on the touchdown, there was a pick play that bumped Chris Jackson a little bit, but he still was faster than that, and he should have been able to maneuver around that and keep up while keeping up with Amendola, who's 36. Come on now. So I mean, all around, like just because we pulled it out at the end, even though we were bidding up 21-0, was a good win for the Titans. We were able to not use Julio and AJ too much. We were able to keep the ball on the ground, even though we had some sloppy play in the beginning of the second half. We were able to get to a good early start that we were able to coast off of the rest of the game. So definitely, this is always going to be a key for this team at any game that they go into. The faster starts that we can get, not punting, going a couple, 3 or 4 possessions before we start getting to a groove offensively is going to help us. Keys, like once you can see the difference, like the drives that we can get like momentum or get some positive yards on first down, we're able to like successfully get through our progressions. Also, shout out to Ferkser. I mean, like, because on third downs, he showed up big, but when you have AJ and Julio on the outside that you got to take so much attention to, like, it definitely helps that Ferkser has so much room, especially on that touchdown pass. Like, you're going to find so much room. And just seeing that he had the sure hands and he was able to get into the right spots again, shout out, man. I'm so ready to not talk about the Titans for next week. Like, only because we got a bye. I still want to talk about them, but like, I'm not talking about no games because we're not risking in the first round, like, out. No, we're 2 games away from the Super Bowl. I mean, I can't wait to see who we play. I got some predictions that I'll come up with in the next episode who I would think we want to play in our path of least resistance to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a great time. I feel it already. I mean, it's probably as good of a feeling, or not better than the feeling when we went to AFC Championship game with that team 2 years ago. Like it's that, like, I'm that giddy right now about like what we could do as a team. So I mean, tighten up, everybody. When we come back, guys, I definitely want to jump right into Vegas, baby. Stay tuned.
Brought to you by the Chism channel and TCC Productions.